Hello there. This is going to... I can't do it. Hello and welcome back to a Off-Road Outlaws video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new menu and sort of yard area that they teased on their Facebook page a few days ago. And we're going to be diving into some of the little other things that they teased as well. And hopefully we'll have some interesting predictions. So let me know in the comments if you guys are excited about it, and I will see you guys in the video. So if you didn't see the screenshot that they teased on the Off-Road Outlaws Facebook page recently, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen right now. Now, obviously, there's quite a bit to talk about here, but I'm going to go ahead and cover sort of the basics of this shot before I dive into, like, a bunch of little, like, you know, the little finicky things here and there. Now, obviously, what we're looking at here is a different yard, so to speak, and you can also see along the bottom you have your normal tuning area, but you also have what they call a tune yard, and then up towards the top you have a car menu, a lights menu, and a car show menu, as well as a photo mode button. So there's a lot going on here. Now, I'm not really sure what the whole car menu thing is, because if you think about it, you have car menu up there, and then you have dealership down at the bottom left, so that seems a little bit redundant. Lights are a bit of an odd thing to have up there because you would customize your lights in the customization area anyway. And car show is a little bit of a weird thing, because does that mean we're getting like sort of a dedicated car show mode where you sort of meet up with other people in a car show dedicated space that's just for that, and you just, you know, you hang out and take pictures and stuff like that? I'm not sure, but that is going to be a very interesting one to unpack as we get closer and closer to this update and closer to seeing what it's actually all about. Now, photo mode, the fact that it's actually here and the fact that we don't really have to, like, fly around in drone mode anymore is going to be really, really nice. I mean, the fact that they have a dedicated photo mode now, not only is it really, really cool, but I think especially if you're playing on a mobile device, it'd be amazing if you could, like, say, for example, take some pictures in photo mode and have that just saved directly to your camera roll, and then you could share it to Instagram or share it to Facebook or wherever you want to share it, because there's a lot of people that play this game to take photos. I mean, a lot of people play Off-Road Outlaws specifically to build in-game versions of trucks that they've either seen in real life or trucks that they want to build in real life, and they use it as sort of like a template creator, basically, to create these little versions of real-life trucks, and then they do photography with them, like little in-game photography with them, and then share them to social media. So that, I think, is going to be a really, really nice addition. I mean, the fact that we have a photo mode coming is honestly probably one of the most exciting things about this whole update, and to me it's more exciting than the new yard, so to speak. Now, what I don't understand is the tune yard. Now, I did a little bit of thinking about it, and I was like, well, tuning itself is probably just going to remain in the, you know, actual tuning area, but what I'm curious about is when they say tune yard, I don't think that necessarily has to mean, like, you know, somewhere where, like, vehicle tunes are stored, but it could mean that you're able to modify the yard space in which your vehicles reside. So maybe modify the visual dynamics of that particular yard space. So different, you know, campers, trailers, maybe set pieces in the background, different buildings, different houses. I don't know, but potentially that could be something that we're seeing. It depends on what they actually make. It depends on what they actually, you know, make happen with that, but I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you think that tune yard button is actually going to be used for, because it seems as though this update is definitely going to focus a lot more on UI upgrades and improvements over vehicles, because I think we've had a lot of different updates that have focused pretty heavily on vehicles in Off-Road Outlaws recently, and they've focused a lot on vehicles, and they've focused a lot on customization, and I'm really glad that the developer is actually sort of taking a step back from that and focusing some resources on developing the UI a little bit more, because we've had the same UI in this game for a very, very long time, and while I think, you know, it works, it's not bad, it's not stale or anything, it could definitely use improvement. I mean, things like that can always use improvement, and I'm really glad that he's putting the time and effort into improving those things, because really when you improve the UI, it goes a long way to improving the quality of life in game. And quality of life improvements are always a big deal, you know, they're always a big thing, they're always a big deal, and they always help. Now, let's touch on the car show option again, because the car show option, I think, is one of the most exciting to me. And the car show option, like, while I would rather, you know, go trail riding and rock crawling than necessarily, like, park and sit around in a parking lot and talk about my rig, I think it's a really cool addition because it adds this sort of chill dynamic to the game. Because, you know, when you're out wheeling or rock crawling or trail riding and using your vehicles, that's a lot of fun, but sometimes after you're done doing that, you want to go hang out and just park and, you know, talk to your friends and look at each other's rigs and maybe show off some of the different things that you've done to your rig in customization. Now, I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I don't think anybody knows yet how it's going to work, minus the developers, which are probably testing it right now. But looking at that, I always have to, like, think to myself, how are they going to make this work in a fashion that is both entertaining and yet not too overdone? Because I would really, really hope that it's not going to be overdone, and I would really hope that it's not going to be like one of those things where you have a million different things in your face the whole time. Like, if they're going to do a car show option, they better make it something that feels relaxed and chilled out, and somewhere that you can just, you know, go and hang out with your friends and just sort of relax. Now, I would really like for them to have multiple different car show spaces. I think that if you wanted to have, like, say, for example, like a street truck type meet, you would want that to be in, like, a paved parking lot. Whereas if you were going to have, like, a rock crawler meet, you would obviously want that, I don't know, maybe in a field or, like, somewhere with a little bit of mud. Now, I don't know if there will be anything like competition-wise in the car show. It's probably just going to be somewhere where you can just hang out, but I feel like having any sort of competition in a car show setting is so subjective anyway that it would be kind of weird, and it would also defeat the purpose of why you would be having a car show in OffRoad Outlaws anyway, because the reason why you'd be having a car show or a truck meet or whatever would be to get a bunch of vehicles to meet up and take pictures. So the car show option and the photo mode option definitely go hand in hand in that regard. And I think it would also probably improve the sort of like the confusion that people have sometimes when, you know, you go into multiplayer and some people just want to go rock crawling and other people want to hang out at a car show, and I think that would sort of alleviate a bit of that confusion and make things run a little bit smoother. Regardless, I would love to hear your thoughts on where you think OffRoad Outlaws is going in the comment section below, especially if you are someone that plays the game very, very regularly and has a lot of time in the game. I would really, really, really like to know your thoughts, and also from a multiplayer standpoint. And I would really like to hear from different types of OffRoad Outlaws players. Like, say, for example, if you're a big, like, you know, rock crawler guy versus if you're, like, somebody that just plays OffRoad Outlaws to do truck shows, or if you're somebody that does both. I mean, I would love to hear opinions on what could possibly be coming from all different sides of the OffRoad Outlaws community, and I would love for you guys to share that in the comments down below, and I'll, of course, be down there talking to you guys and sort of sharing my own opinions and really having an open discussion, because I really do enjoy this game, and I think it's one of the best options for off-road gameplay on a mobile device. And I really think they're doing a lot to improve it, and I think they're doing a lot to really listen to the community's feedback. So I would love to know, again, in the comments, what you guys think you would like to see out of this update and where you think the game is going. And I would love to see, personally, I would love to see some more features introduced, especially in sort of like the map creator for creating racetracks. Because while you can make racetracks right now, I would like to see a little bit more attention given to building some dedicated racetracks and really taking advantage of the sort of like trophy truck style builds. While I do love the rock crawling and I love rock racing and stuff like that, I think, you know, I think that trophy truck style, almost Ultra 4 style build would be, like, those builds would be put to better use if we had more tools that were dedicated to building some really, really highly involved racetracks. And really, at the end of the day, that's what I would like to see. But again, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then please do leave me a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all later, and I hope you guys enjoyed.